Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. With the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Assalamu alaikum. I present to you 13 plays. The verses in this play is from the Arabic Qur'an. Each play contains 23 verses in sequence. That is Qur'an 42, 29 through 32, Al-Aqab, or the Winding Sand Trains, and Qur'an 72, 1 through 19, Al-Jinn, or the Spirits. The depiction of pictures and images of Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, and his prophets and messengers, peace be upon them, is not portrayed in this play. When you see this green light up here, it is only used as emit the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God, and the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is also prohibited to depict or portray any likeness of the Jinn or spirits. The characters performing this play do not in any way represent the true form, shape, or fashion of the Jinn. They are only used to recite the message of Allah, God subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Here is the wonderful recital of the Jinn. I named this play A Covenant of Jinn. My name is Abdul Kareem, Haywood Edwards III. Assalamu alaikum. Sisters and brothers, ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing pleasure, I present to you the extraordinary video by Abdul Kareem, titled A Company of Jinn. Introduction. Qur'an 46, verse 29 through 32. Al-Aqab, or the Winding Sand Trains. With the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Behold, we turn towards thee a company of jinns, quietly listening to the Qur'an. When they stood in the presence thereof, they said, listen in silence. When the reading was finished, they returned to their people to warn them of their sins. They said, O our people, we have heard a book revealed after Moses, confirming what came before it. It guides men to the truth and to a straight path. O our people, hearken to the one who invites you to Allah, and believe in him. He will forgive you your faults and deliver you from eternity grievous. If any does not hearken to the one who invites us to Allah, he cannot frustrate Allah's plan on earth, and no protectors can he have besides Allah. Such men wander in manifest error. Qur'an 72, verse 1 through 19. Al-Jinn, or the Spirits. With the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Say, it has been revealed to me that a company of jinns listened to the Qur'an. They said, we have really heard a wonderful recital. It gives guidance to the right, and we have believed therein. We shall not join in worship any gods with our Lord, and exalted is the majesty of our Lord. He has taken neither a wife nor a son. There were some foolish ones among us who used to utter extravagant lies against Allah, but we do think that no man or spirit should say aught that is untrue against Allah. True, there were persons among mankind who took shelter with persons among the jinns, but they increased them in folly, and they came to think, as ye thought, that Allah would not raise up anyone to judgment. And we pried into the secrets of heaven, but we found it filled with stern guards and flaming fires. We used indeed to sit there in hidden stations to steal a hearing, but any who listens now will find a flaming fire watching him in ambush. And we understand not whether ill is intended to those on earth, or whether their Lord really intends to guide them to right conduct. There are among us some that are righteous, and some the contrary. We follow divergent paths, but we think that we can by no means frustrate Allah throughout the earth, nor can we frustrate him by flight. And as for us, since we have listened to the guidance, we have accepted it. And any who believes in his Lord has no fear, either of a short account or of any injustice. Amongst us are some that submit their wills to Allah, and some that swear from justice. Now those who submit their wills, they have sought out the path of right conduct. But those who swear, they are but fuel for hellfire. And Allah's message is, if they the pagans had only remained on the right way, we should certainly have bestowed on them rain in abundance, that we may try them by that means. But if any turns away from the remembrance of his Lord, he will cause him to undergo a severe penalty in the places of worship for Allah alone. So invoke not anyone along with Allah. Yet, when the devotee of Allah stands forward to invoke him, they just make round him a dense crowd. Qur'an 46, verse 29 through 32. Al-Akaf, or the winding sand tracks. With the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Behold, we turn towards thee a company of jinns, quietly listening to the Qur'an. When they stood in the presence thereof, they said, listen in silence. When the reading was finished, they returned to their people to warn them of their sin. They said,
O our people, we have heard a book revealed after Moses, confirming what came before it. It guides men to the truth and to a straight path. O our people, hearken to the one who invites you to Allah and believe in him. He will forgive you your faults and deliver you from a penalty grievous. If any does not hearken to the one who invites to Allah, he cannot frustrate Allah's plan on earth. And no protectors can he have besides Allah. much men wonder in manifest error.